Manny's a generational talented fighter. Like, he's accomplished what no other fighter is ever going to accomplish. Yeah. Again, but I don't feel like, he did it on his own.
Stop. I have to stop this right now. Terence Crawford said Manny Pacquiao accomplished a lot in the sport. In fact, he said he thinks that Manny Pacquiao accomplished more than anyone else is ever going to accomplish in the sport. But Manny Pacquiao did not do it on his own. Terence Crawford fans, I have a question for you. What does he mean by that? Manny Pacquiao didn't do it on his own. What does he mean by that? I mean, I would ask Terence Crawford myself, but I don't think he's going to come up here so I can ask it to him. So I'm just trying to figure out, what does he mean by Manny Pacquiao didn't do it on his own? That's what I'm trying to figure out. What does he mean by that? He didn't do it on his own. Can somebody tell me that? I mean, because I don't want to miss anything. And the link is still pinned to the top of the chat. Can someone tell me, what did he mean by that? Manny Pacquiao didn't do it on his own. I need understanding. What does that mean? Is he insinuating that Manny Pacquiao was on steroids or performance enhancement drugs? Is he insinuating that Manny Pacquiao couldn't do it without steroids, or Manny Pacquiao couldn't do it without performance enhancement drugs? I don't know. That's why I'm asking. Is he insinuating that Manny Pacquiao couldn't do it without having a great trainer, without having a great staff, without having a great support system? Like, what did he mean when he's... And the reason why I'm asking is because when the gentleman in the black shirt did like this, Terence Crawford said, "Thank you." In other words, you're proving the point that I'm making. That's exactly what I'm saying. So what did he mean by that? Let's continue on, because I have some more questions on this.
That's me personally, because for the simple fact, when Floyd made it a point for him to do the blood test, he didn't want to do the blood test. But then when he did do the blood test, he haven't got a knockout since.
What did Terence Crawford mean by that? These are questions I'm asking. Don't get mad at me. He said it. Manny Pacquiao did not want to do the blood test when Floyd Mayweather was encouraging him to do it as a prerequisite of them fighting each other. And then he also said that once Manny Pacquiao did do the blood test, in other words, he went along with the prerequisite of taking the test to prove that he's not using performance-enhancing drugs, he lost his power. What did Terence Crawford mean? What is he insinuating? Can someone... See, when I was saying certain things, people said, "You're insinuating. You're using undertones. You're accusing." I'm just trying to figure out, what does he mean by... I didn't even say none of it. Well, I said something to the effect of they're rolling with the snack program, but that's not even good enough for some people. What did he mean by that? Let's continue on. Hopefully he can explain that last piece.
Godly, man, that shit breaks my heart, dude.
But he was aging though. Listen, one thing for certain, two things for sure. What's the last thing that leave you? Is the power. You may lose speed, you may lose athleticism, but that power gonna still be there. Look at George Foreman.
Right. That's the last thing I wanted is
You're going to lose something the older you get in the sport of boxing. That's where Terence Crawford is going with this. The more you move up in weight, you're going to lose something. That's what Terence Crawford is getting with this. That's what he's getting at with that. When he's talking about Pacquiao. The last thing that leaves you is your power. Band Up said, and I have to put this up on the screen. Band Up asked a question. He said, what did Bud lose? Hey, Band Up, he ain't, hey, Band Up, let me put the question back on this. Hey, Band Up, you said, what did Bud lose? Bud didn't lose anything. He's with the snack program. The last time you seen Bud Crawford rolling with Victor Conte and getting tired in the later rounds? When the last time you seen Devin Haney get tired in the later rounds? You know, like when he fought, you know, when Devin Haney fought Ryan Garcia, the man wasn't even breathing hard. Did you see that? Clarissa Shields, all this power she's getting. Thank you, Bud. Last thing you lose is that pop. Clarissa Shields. She got more power than she ever had in her last two fights with Victor Conte and his program that she's on than she ever did in her whole career. Now, speaking of power, Terence Crawford fought Sean Porter, knocked him down, not once but twice, something no one else has ever done in the sport of boxing as an opponent for Sean Porter. And then after that fight, Terence Crawford fights David Evanesian. Knocked David Evanesian out cold, unconscious, for more than 45 seconds to 1 minute. David Evanesian got punched with one punch, not 4 punches, not 5 punches, just one punch by Terence Crawford, and fell to the ground. It was unresponsive, unconscious. One punch landed by Terence Crawford. Next fight after that, 6 to 7 months later, Terence Crawford fights Errol Spence. A guy that even he said in this same interview that people were calling Errol Spence a weight bully. Don't forget, LC, the friend of Terence Crawford, told me a month after the fight, when I asked him why did he think Bud ran over to the snack program in Victor Conte. He said because everybody in the boxing world kept saying that Errol Spence is bigger. And what did Victor Conte say in 2019, 2 years before Terence Crawford goes to his snack program? He said the fight between Terence Crawford and Errol Spence is 50-50. But Errol Spence is the bigger, stronger fighter. You remember that? And you've seen how Terence Crawford ran straight through Errol Spence. No, I'm bringing it up because we're talking about power. Now, somebody in the chat said, I forgot that Broner dropped Porter. I didn't forget. Hear me? Hear my words now. I didn't say anybody that dropped Porter. Adrian Broner dropped Porter, and so did Errol Spence. He dropped Porter as well. I said Terence Crawford dropped Sean Porter not once, but twice. Something no one else has ever done as an opponent versus Sean Porter. Okay? I wanted to make sure we were clear with that. And all 3 of those fights that I just mentioned were fights that Terence Crawford was with the snack program in Victor Conte. I want to rewind a small little piece that he just said because I had a question on that as well. Okay?
That's me personally, because for the simple fact, when Floyd made it a point for him to do the blood test, he didn't want to do the blood test. But then when he did do the blood test, he haven't got a knockout since.
I got a question on that, since Manny Pacquiao's blood test is in question and the reason why he didn't do it. Terence Crawford, when is the last time you took a blood test since you've been with Victor Conte? Let me reframe that question. When is the last time VADA publicly acknowledged on their website that Terence Crawford went through VADA testing since he's been with Victor Conte? Don't get mad at me. I'm asking since we're talking about blood testing. Now, I might have somebody that's in the audience that might not understand where I'm getting at with that. Go on and look at your screen now. Don't get mad. Just look at your screen. Please, may you? I'm going to take this off. Bam. You can see the date on your screen right there. The last time that VADA publicly acknowledged Terence Crawford gone through VADA testing, and when I say publicly acknowledged, I mean that is their procedures and protocol and policy to publicly acknowledge on their website every professional athlete that undergoes VADA testing. The last time that VADA publicly acknowledged Terence Crawford being blood tested for PEDs, October 22nd, 2020. That was for the November fight between Terence Crawford and Kell Brook. I just want to make sure everybody clear on that. Okay? Somebody else was in the background trying to get on the show. Come on back up. Come on back up. Whoever was in the background, you jumped off. Come on up. I'm going to let you on. Come on up, whoever it was. Click the link. Anybody can click the link. Click the link. Click the link. Whoever want to come on up, click, we got time. Click the link now. Let's talk. Click the link. So I'm trying to figure out if Manny Pacquiao is not allowed to be on Terence Crawford's top 5 of all-time greats because he didn't take the blood test. I'm just trying to figure out, why didn't he take one? And if he did, what are the results? Because we know that Terence Crawford has been with Victor Conte a little bit before the Sean Porter fight. His first fight with Victor Conte in the snack program was in 2021. And you don't have to take my word for it. I have the tape queued up right now where Victor Conte acknowledged that when he talked to me. I mean, I already knew that, but I'm glad he publicized it so all of us can be on the same page with that. So from 2021 to now, there's no public acknowledgement of whether or not Terence Crawford has been tested for PEDs through VADA.